which is okay. This is a practice actually to get you ready for the test. All right, for on decimals. Okay, so that's what we'll try to do always. Basically, getting ready for the test. Just okay, here we go. Starts with Henry Park here. Okay, this is Henry Park Primary School. It's a CA2. Oh, there's another one. Where is it? Okay, we'll see. If we start at Henry Park. So what we do is we will now try all these questions, okay? The one with the decimal. So, this is an actual CA2. It's a CA2 paper. And the CA2 paper, parts of the questions are on decimal. So by doing this, you're actually getting ready for your CA2. So whichever part you don't know, we are going to go through. Okay, you try question 1 and question 2, and then you message the answers. Okay?
What is the value
of the digit 8? Can you see? Is it clear?
Yeah. Where's Naomi and Umaira?
I just messaged them. Let me see whether the mothers answered. They have not even read the yeah, but this happens for every tuition. I need to change some stuff. But you and Amara are normally on time, so that's good. It's a good reflection. It means it shows that you're on the ball, which means you're hardworking. And inshallah, those who are hardworking will be able to do well in life, not only in the exams, so in life. Those who are not hardworking, we've got to chase, even for Salat, right? Sometimes Salat, so you must make sure you reach a stage where you pray on your own without being asked. If your mother or father keep asking the Salat, that means, yeah. Okay. Okay, Madam Myra's mom saying, okay, she is coming in. So, thank you. Ken, are you all okay? Amara, okay? Oni, okay? You know how to do? Okay. Umaira Al-Muntaha is coming. Oh, there's 2 persons in the owner. Both of them are there. Okay. Okay. Hello, Myra. And Nayumi. Are you there? Hello, Nayumi. Now, we are now getting to the practice for decimals based on the exam paper. So, more or less, we have done maybe 3 lessons or so on decimals. And 3 lessons means 3 weeks. So you are generally ready for this sort of practice. This is actually taken from actual test papers. So yeah. So come you try this, and you send your answers by the message.
No, I need to charge my phone.
All right, we got a first answer from Miss Auni. Well, we'll check. Can you try the second question, Auni? I'll go through shortly. I'm not saying whether you're right or wrong. We wait for the rest. Is this both same answer? Ayumi, okay. All right. What about Amara? Okay, I'm just going to go through the first one. They ask you for the okay, just a moment. We go through question one first. Now, can you see they're asking you what's the value down here? So you just write down the 8, Amara. And I only just write the 8, and then all the rest you put a 0. There's one space here, put a 0 here, and then the dot, and then put the 0 here. So you have, this is one stands 100,000. You have, this is the third position. There's 3 positions. So let us see now. When we refer back here, it is actually number 1, not number 2. Number 1. So congratulations to Umaira and Naomi. Let's try the next one. Rounding off to 2 decimal places. Okay, maybe you can't remember rounding off. I'm going to just show you rounding off. Okay, what is rounding off? It is agak-agak. Okay, in Malay you call it agak-agak. So now let's say I have this number 1.23, and then the question says we want you to round off to 1 decimal place. What is 1 decimal place? 1 decimal place, you see decimal point, 1 place here. They want the answer to stop down here. So there's 2 things you need to do. You need to see whether you add 1 down here or not. If let's say the number is like 1.29, this is almost 1.3. You add 1. So how do you know? Every time they ask you for, let's say, round off to 1 decimal place, look at the number on the right. Look at this number. If this number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, then don't plus 1. If this number is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then plus 1. Okay, I repeat. Let's say they ask you to round off to 1 decimal place. You look at this. This is 1 decimal place. Look at the number on the right. Don't look at all the other numbers, just the number on the right, 1 number only. Is this number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? Don't plus 1. If it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 1. Okay, so down here is number 3. Number 3 means don't plus 1. So your answer is 1.2. Okay. Now, if they give you now, they say 2 decimal places. Round out to 2 decimal places. Let's say you have another number, 5.658.2. So ask yourself 2 decimal places. How many? Look at the dot, 1, 2. Now look at the digit on the right. Same rule. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. If this is 0, 1, don't plus 1. If this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 1. So can you see? You must plus 1. Down here means plus 1. So what do? 5.6. 5 plus 1 is 6. And just stop down here. If they say 2 decimal places, you must have 2 decimal places. We try now. We try. One practice before we go. Now, the first one, I give you 2 questions. One is round off to 1 decimal place. The other one is round off to 2 decimal places. Round off to 1 decimal place. The other one is round off to 2 decimal places. Okay, in secondary school, they may ask you to round off to 3 decimal places. So down here now, let's say the number is 3.519. The number down here is also 13.28765.4. Ayo. 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place. And action. Remember, if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, don't plus 1.
Your screen is blurry.
Oh, blurry. Maybe now is it better?
Yeah.
Could it be your eyes? You just wake up or something? No. Sometimes when we wake up, our sight is blurry. But maybe not. Maybe not. See, I will hold. Sorry?
Every time
I have to hold it. Naomi, what you eating, Naomi? You look so delicious. I
Wang.
think you should be wang wang. What is that?
It's a type of food.
Wang wang.
It's a cracker.
Oh my! Oh, that thing, that crackers
The
for
salt.
breakfast. Oh, wow. It's no good.
My siblings
You
had
should eat natural food. Ice cream.
Me also.
But who eats ice cream for breakfast? My parents would allow that, man.
So
My uncle go down to Esso buy ice cream, then he go and give us, and then we just eat. I just finished eating it.
Eating what?
you know,
Ice cream.
Whoa.
oh my goodness. You know, my wife's family, they don't
Huh?
even have a refrigerator. They don't even have a refrigerator. Can you imagine?
Your wife punya family.
Yeah, in Indonesia. So I bought them a refrigerator, and
Then
then finally they have a refrigerator. But without
But
a
why they
refrigerator,
don't
how to
have
buy ice cream?
but why they
No,
don't
but-
have refrigerator?
No money, number one. They don't have
Number
money.
one.
Number one,
And?
their salary is like 100. Everyone, the teacher's salary is 100 plus. What happened to everyone? Disappeared.
Where here? Those two
What
always
happened to-
disappear.
Yeah, no, that's so.
Where
Now
are
they're
you
coming back.
guys? Is it on purpose or is it like just because? Oh,
I
Myra,
think
show your
it's on
face. Show your face.
Myra and Naomi, where did you go? You all left. I think
I got logged out of your Zoom meeting.
you know what
Gosh.
happened. Sometimes when I have the tuition center last time,
2 eggs.
the girls will leave and go out and play during break time, and I have to ring my bell and call them back.
Oh, so fun your tuition center. Seems like so fun.
When I had a tuition center in Bukit Batok, they were attending 2 sessions. So in between, I gave them a break, and then they will go to the playground and play. And I had to call all these girls back, but they didn't come back. And I thought that Naira and Naomi was doing the same thing. They went
Myra
to
and Naomi. Was that
Yeah.
P5? Or is it last time?
no, down here they went to a virtual playground playing with each other, pulling each other's hair. I think so.
Virtual.
Virtual.
Ayo, je.
Okay, come. Let's have a look. We are waiting for the rest of the answer.
Today Saturday.
Sunday. Apa Sunday? Why? There's no
Because on
okay,
Tuesday I'm going staycation.
staycation.
Just
Let us
too
see.
confusing. The second one is so confusing.
Okay.
Like it's lost
The
of
first
it.
one. Okay, we do the first one. Okay, first one first.
Wait. Last week Amara didn't come, so Amara doesn't know how we did last week.
Amara, you came right last week? No.
She was
Didn't
absent.
What's that?
Just do the second one, the long
Okay.
one.
First, we do the first one first. Now, when they say 1 decimal place, you must end down here, 1 decimal place. You cannot have more than that. Naomi, in and out again. Naomi, high and stick. Okay, now, down here, you want 1 decimal place. This is the point, 1 decimal place.
Naomi, are you
Now
using
you
your
look
phone?
at the
It's such
digit
a
on the
small
right.
screen.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah, on the phone.
Okay, let her be. Okay, come.
Yeah.
Now they want one decimal place, okay? So your number must stop down here. That means your answer will be like that. I use this equal sign that is curvy.
Why does it look like an
means
equal sign?
Round, like that.
It does.
It's an equal sign, but it bengkok lah.
It's a wiggly.
Okay, like that,
It's a wiggly worm equal sign.
Yeah. So your answer must be just like that, you know.
I cannot use my phone
What
to do
is the
Zoom.
digit? Okay, never mind. So you look down here on the right. If this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, don't add 1. So you don't add 1, this remains at 5. That's it.
5. Got it.
What if they didn't ask for 2 decimal places, 1. So you must have only 1 answer down here. What about this one?
Oh, that's better. I see better now.
Same thing, eh? You want 2 decimal places. So it must be 1, 2. So your answer must be something like that. Curvy, wavy. 13.
13.
Then
you must have just 2 like that. Yeah.
Have you
So
seen Wasim zoomed in?
No, I have not seen.
Wasim's face looks so cute.
I
Oh,
know.
Wasim is what? The cat? I
Yeah.
thought you're talking about some program.
Ah,
Okay.
No.
Okay, come.
After this, right?
No, because
She should tell you after this.
no, because I only got her own YouTube channel.
Oh,
I see. Oh,
I told you. How do you know? Anyway?
okay,
I tell you
come.
once. I didn't tell you.
Here we go.
My
See,
gosh.
Naomi left already.
Then
Okay,
Naomi left
girls,
because
come.
you keep talking.
Okay, look
Wala na
down
yung
here.
shy.
We want
Yeah, Naomi
come,
just
Umaira. We want
Two.
2 decimal places, so
Oh, okay.
must be
Let me
only
guess.
2 after the dot. Then
after
look
the
at the
dot.
digit on the
What
right. Look at the
I'm
digit on the
copying
right.
you.
Don't worry about all these digits.
Don't worry.
Don't bother about all this.
Yeah.
This one, you don't bother about it, okay? Again, you don't bother about this one. Just one digit only, the next one. So if it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, don't add 1. But this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then you plus 1. So down here is 2. Must you plus 1? Yes. Because this is 7, you must plus 1. So 8 plus 1 becomes 9. Are we okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Mimi is coming in. Okay. Now we
Why
try
you
the test
call her
question.
Mimi,
Okay?
man?
All right.
Siapa yang call her
Sometimes,
Mimi?
okay, sometimes, okay lah, call her Naomi. Naomi, are you there, Naomi? Welcome back. We thought you were missing.
Why do you keep
virtual
leaving?
playground
Why do you
alone.
think she's missing and go to the playground?
No, I thought that you were missing because you keep leaving.
Because that's what happened the
Oh,
last time.
how you change your stuff?
Audio.
How you change your...
Hey, come, don't waste time. I only come. Do this one. Why are you?
press the 3 dots at the side of you, and then after that you press edit profile picture. That's all you do.
Do you
Hey, girls.
Naomi just
Hello.
about another Wang.
Hello. Hey, girls, you all are talking about what? Are you talking? Come, we are here to study.
I'm
You can
talking about
communicate each other
Wang.
another time lah.
I'm talking about how nice Wang
Yeah, okay.
is like.
Okay, all right, come. Question 2 and 3 then come. Question 2 and 3. Why are you talking about that?
Because Wang is very tasty.
Because Wang is delicious.
Yeah.
I think
Anyway.
sellers. Wang sellers, I think.
Hey, Mr. Jackie, can you snap your fingers?
No,
Yes,
no.
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 Snap.
You will not.
One time only.
Hey, come lah, girls.
I
Don't waste
cannot
time.
control
You are
laughing.
becoming like the girls that I started to bar, you know. There's a Sec 1 group of Sec 1 girls at primary 6. They are the playground girls. And then because they all cannot focus really. I do not know why they do not want to focus. No, it's not you all. You are not the playground girls, right?
Jackie,
But I play
They were
playgrounds.
from-
I like playgrounds.
Yeah.
why do you call them playground girls?
Is it because they
Because
play at
during
the
break time,
playground?
they'll play a playground. Yeah. Okay, come. Hey, come now. We try to keep our focus.
You mean you're
and
gonna
make
call
sure
us
you-
Wang?
Stop!
Okay lah. Why you call Wang? Only one person is eating Wang. Okay, come.
Naomi. Mr. Jackie, say your
All right.
fingers.
Come. Let's try this
Ooh,
one.
I slapped my fingers.
I mean, who doesn't like Wang?
I know.
Only Mr. Wang doesn't like Wang.
Come.
Mr. Jackie,
Question 2 and 3. Question 2 and 3. Come.
Mr. Shashi, why is Auni laughing?
Because you just said funny stuff.
Auni said Mr. Wang
Sometimes.
doesn't like Wang.
If you notice, sometimes we feel ticklish. That's all.
Auni, you should take this and calm down.
Okay, come in. Umaira, you're not doing your work, Umaira. You're cracking jokes. Umaira, it's too noisy lah.
Auni,
come on.
so crazy.
Oh my god, stop it.
Okay, come.
The host will mute you later, Auni.
So now you need to round this off to 2 decimal places. Remember. So
Finally, no more laughing.
okay, I'm not going to show you.
Auni.
That's
You're
what
the only one laughing, and you're saying finally nobody laughing.
Sorry, not equal. This is, the sign is like that. You can write like that. This means agak-agak lah, roughly. Agak-agak. Rounding off is actually giving you.
Rounding off is easy, right?
Rounding, yeah. So you get how to round off is very easy. So remember, 2 decimal places, you means you must have 2 places, 1 and 2. That's all.
Why
Can I have more digits? Just
it?
2 digits.
I guess because I need to myself.
My uncle go and say later 2 o'clock we go. He get his vaccine and then we get popcorn this big.
How big?
Come. Hey, come. Let's not get distracted. Come. We talk about uncle later.
She's distracting me.
Okay, come.
Thirsty. So can I go get some water?
Go.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Can I go take water?
Take.
Put in my water bottle so I don't need to go out anymore.
Yeah. Well done. Okay, come. Amara and Naomi. Remember, you need to look at the 3rd digit here. So this is 1, this is 2. Look at this digit. If this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you plus 1 to the 7. If this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, don't plus 1. And then you write the number here, the balance, which is given in one of these. Which one is it? Okay, we have an answer.
What answer?
Someone has given the answer, and that person.
I haven't even done that. I'm doing that now.
Now you.
Going to 92.
Okay, you got to check.
7, 8. So you didn't tell us the answer, did you?
No, I have not. Then you try the next one, Amy. You write it down. The question is how to write it. So make sure you align the dots. Okay, this one's 23. And this one is plus. So the line, the dots must be aligned. Only for plus and minus you need to do that. But times you don't need to. Okay, so let's see. The other one is here. Oh, sorry. Come, Amara. Where are you, Amara? Amara, for this one, come, you look. You want to round off to 2 decimal places, you must have 2 here. So you look 1, 2, and then you look at the next digit here, this digit. If this digit is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, don't plus 1 to the 7.
How to plus
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How to plus? Just add now. Down here, if there's nothing here, put a 0. Now you can. Okay, if you need to put a 0 here, put. If you need to, you don't need actually. So if you don't put a 0, you can just write it down. You don't need to plus anything, just bring it down here. So if you're confused, what about Umaira? Is she there?
Umaira, where are you?
Amara, what about you, Amara? She went to take water. Once you say you want to take water, she'll follow also.
She always copy my do, that's why I'm not supposed to sit down.
And you inspire her. I think. Well done. Okay, so here we go. For the first one, now please check whether your answer is correct.
She wanted to take water, why is she taking so long?
Yeah. So must you plus 1? Yes, you must, because this is 0 and this is not. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? You must plus 1 to the 7. Mimi, you must plus 1 here. So when you plus 1, you get 6, 8. You just plus 1 only to this one. If this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, don't plus 1. So the answer is number 2. Okay. Now the next one. Come on, next one. Let's see. Next one.
I can't believe this ready now. Masam.
Okay, I got my water.
Okay, well done, Auni, for number 2. Let me just clear the screen, sorry, yeah. And then I can see whether you can do the next. Okay, we are doing question 3 now. Come. Those who's not sure, you align the dots. 2, 3, 4, 6.
Isn't this like the P5 work?
Yeah, this is primary 4 and 5 for decimals. Primary 4 is the introduction. So primary 5 is a little bit more advanced. Primary 6 is more advanced.
How advanced is P5?
Very high.
Okay.
Very high.
Let's see. Okay, come. They don't say very hard. She's just eating. She's not doing anything. Come, Umaira, come do this one, Umaira.
You should
What are
not
you
not eat. And
She
you
says
do your
that she
work,
wants
not
to
drink.
She wants to take water and then she come back
I
with
got the
pizza.
answer.
Unless you come back with the wrong one.
I got my answer.
I got
send
my
me
answer,
this-
Sacha. I
Yeah,
already
okay.
tell you.
I'll-
This is called cinnamon stick, okay?
What
Okay.
stick? Cinnamon.
Yeah.
What does cinnamon taste like anyway?
Hey, come, don't waste time.
I know it is.
Auni, your answer is
Chan,
correct.
can you tell
Congratulations.
us a story later, please?
Your
Later.
maths
That one was
tuition.
Auni, ah. That one you cannot blame me, ah.
What for the
Come,
joke? What for the joke? You make me laugh.
Okay, come. Focus. Okay, so
Why
now for
can't we
those,
watch the video? Is it because you cannot tahan because
I think cannot tahan the 2 girls. who talking.
why? Allah, then how come Amara don't turn off her video?
Okay, now down here,
But Amara's voice like that.
if there is nothing here and you're confused, just bring the 6 down. 9 plus 0, 9. Umaira, you have not done, you only done one question, Umaira.
Then Amara do
Plus
not
7.
question.
10. Carry 1
Isn't it
down here.
already finished? Only did one question.
1 plus 2, 3. So the answer is number 3. Well done to Miss Auni. And let me see, one more girl. And
And Naomi. I think.
and well, Umaira's answer doesn't have a dot. So you need to
You should have a dot.
Yeah, you
Does
don't
that
have
count
a
if
dot.
she doesn't have a dot? I think it doesn't
Yeah,
count.
it's wrong. No, it's wrong because you'll be 3,000.
Then
So
do
now
a
you're
dot.
supposed to subtract this.
Ah,
So what does it mean? When they say subtract this from this means 5.4 minus 0.08. So what to do? Do the same thing. Align them to the dot. What dot? 5.4. You write like that. And then what do you do? This one next number also must be aligned to the dot. The align means in a straight line down here. 0.08. Then say, how
the
to-
decimals adding and subtracting is a bit difficult.
Yeah, but you must make sure that it's a line down here. Can you see it's all in a straight line? Okay, next thing. On top down here, how to minus? You add a 0 down here. Add a 0. See, I add for you a 0 down here. And then you borrow lah. All right? And
Okay.
Oh, subtracting, easy.
But I think it's easier. What's that? I treat. What's that?
This
we have one
is so weak.
someone. Congratulations to Miss Auni.
Why must you say miss? Huh?
Sorry?
Why must you say miss? Why don't you just say their names?
Say what? What is she talking about?
I'm not too sure.
Ah.
She's having-
No, every time you always say miss. Why don't you just say Auni or Naomi?
Okay, you don't want me. Okay, congratulations, Amara. Well done,
When
Amara.
does Amara ever get a congratulations? I
That's
didn't
not-
mean that's
she
that's
got
not an
posted-
offense. Like,
Okay, congratulations to
Why?
Umaira. Is Miss 11 there? Miss 11, you must try. She's busy eating. Okay, here we go. So now you don't have this. You cannot minus, borrow. You get 3, right? Oh, you get 3, and then 10 here, right? 10, 2, 3, 5.32. So I repeat, for times, for minus and plus, you must align the dots, align. And then if you find this too short, you can add a 0 at the back. All right, so let's move on to the next one. So well done. And well done to Amara. Out of the question 1, she got it right also. Okay, and I'm happy, very happy for her.
What? Why do they come with this question still?
Yeah, this is revision question, but we won't go through that. We'll go through this. Yes, there's 2 questions here. You try. This is open-ended. So you can do this. Girls, you can do this.
So why are we only doing decimals today? Is it decimal week or what?
Yeah, no, because the last 3 sessions we've been focusing on decimals, right? So now,
can you tell us a short funny?
Yeah, tell us a short story, please.
It's not even half of the
Allah,
lesson.
please.
They think it's a joke lah. They don't know your name. Apa ni?
Javis.
Yeah, hold on. Later I'll tell you a true story, okay? Okay.
Tell us Acha later.
I'll tell you a true story, and I hope that you learn from it. But I need you to do this. If you're not doing, if all not doing, then
but your true story is never a funny story.
But funny stories are bad. Do cool stories which are true.
I'll tell you the story. To me, it's an inspiring story. It's an inspiring story.
Inspiring? Yeah. You mean after we all do these 2 questions, then you tell us? Is it?
After this page, after this page.
I'm doing it now.
Okay. Doing it now.
Can I write on the board once they are done?
No, you cannot. She cannot. She cannot cheat.
Alamak, girls, I'm getting a headache, girls.
I knew you said that.
Sekarang saya sudah pakai minyak apa?
Okay, I'm done with it. I got my answer.
Please. All right, then you got answer. Then please send it to us.
Yes, I will send you now.
So why are you be so quiet? So weird. Usually.
Are you there?
Are you there? Stop leaving.
You make fun of her with 1-1. You make fun of her 1-1 now.
Someone messaged me, then I think I accidentally messaged back Mr. Jahid for something.
What? Why? I messaged you. I will go with Mr. Jahid.
Delete. I cannot delete.
Now you can't delete message. Never mind lah. Don't waste time. Come. You say you want to do this. Okay, if that say not all of you are doing it, that means we don't have the.
I'm sending the answer for question 6 now.
Congratulations to Miss Amara.
What is it now?
She has done and completed the work. She has overtaken all of you. While
Finally.
all of you were sleeping under the tree.
We were not sleeping under the tree.
We were sleeping on our bed.
Not daydreaming. I know we talked, but we were not daydreaming. We just
I'm so happy. Amara, well done, Amara. You are the best student today. Alhamdulillah.
There's a little bit
You're faster than Auni.
What was I?
Naomi, are you there, Naomi? Are you okay?
I have Mimi, then I think she'll come up. Call her by Mimi. Then I think she'll
All right,
come
well
up.
done, Auni. Well done, Umaira. Both of you have also got it correct. Let's see who get number 7 first. Will it be Amara? Will it be Umaira? Or will it be Auni? Or Naomi?
Why is everything just the same here? I think it will be me, Joe.
Are you sure?
Is it me?
Wow.
I hope. I don't know. That's good.
So is decimals easy to you, Auni? You find easy. In fact, you already know decimals. Okay. So now your answer and Umaira's answers are different. So you cannot have different answers and both be correct. It can only be one. So I suggest each girl checks both girls are drinking water at the same time, swallowing at the same time also, laughing at the same
How
time.
you know?
I don't know, something. All right, we are waiting for Naomi and Amara. All right, so now, okay, Amara has the same answer as one of you. So let us write it down now. So which one is it? Which one is it? Okay, let's see, yeah. Now, here we go. So, B plus. Umaira, come back, Umaira, come back, Umaira.
Why?
Because she was the
8
one
plus
who
2
got
is
it
10.
10. That's why she got it wrong. Let's see. 9 plus 1, 10.
10.
Anyone? 10.
Don't forget the dots, Joe.
Yeah, dot down here. So down here.
me.
Yeah, down here. So actually for this one down here, so Myra can see 8 plus 2, 10, carry 1. 1 plus 9,
What she put?
10,
What she
carry
put? What's her answer? What's her answer?
Said 10.90. You forgot to add the 1 down here. And plus the 1, remember? Myra, you know your mistake, huh? Okay, so because not all of you got correct, we cannot have the story now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You said
Finish.
as long as we do it.
Finish.
But you never
Okay.
said
Yeah, as long as we do
Okay,
it.
okay. All right. So this is a true story. It happened 100 plus years ago.
What?
Okay? I will show you the name of the person. Okay.
Is it about a person's story? How you even know a story
Yes,
that's from 100 years ago? Who told you that?
Because I was checking about it. I was checking the internet and found it. And then, okay, the name of the person is
Frederick Douglass.
Douglas. Now this is the man. Okay. Okay. Now why
Is he Englishman? Is he Englishman?
No, he's in the US, but he was a slave. You know what's a slave?
Yeah.
Someone that can be sold and bought. So he lived in 1817 to 1895. Now let us have a look. Now what happened to him? He ran away as a slave. And
what's the story?
But so I read a part of this story, his autobiography, the narrative, the story of the life of Frederick Douglass. And in it, I was shocked. One day, when he was just, I think, about 4 years old, what happened? He was bought over by a family. And this family, there's a newlywed. That means the man just married this woman. And this woman was a very kind woman. And she liked this he was a boy then. So she started to teach him ABCs. But what do you think happened? So he learned how to...
What do you mean by he was a boy then? But then you mean he's not a boy now?
Now he's dead lah. Now he's dead.
Now he's dead lah. You listen to the story.
You see down here, she 1817 means about 1820 or 21. He was bought over by a family, and then there was this lady. Later I'll show you the book. Okay.
Okay.
And then in this book, it was telling the story. What happened? The lady started to teach him the alphabet, and he could learn. And he could be able to read. Able to read simple words like cat, bed, and all that. So what happened after that? There, I think 6. I think. They're 6 years old, not 4. At the age of 6.
I think I read this before.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
One time. But I don't know the story.
So what happened after that? When husband found out that he was taught the ABC, the husband scolded the wife. Says, don't teach the slave how to read. If a slave can read, that means if a slave is educated, he would be a bad slave. You know why?
Why?
Because if you can read, you start to think, right? You might start to argue with them. Why am I a slave? Why am I an object you can buy me? Because slaves can be beaten and killed. No, let me just show you. So if you look at, let's say, slaves.
Hey, I was on the screen.
Sorry?
We were all on the screen just now.
Yeah. Let's say beaten. You see down here? Some of them get beaten. Can you know what this is? This is their back, they're beaten with the blood of
my gosh.
So
then they have scars all over.
All over. See down here?
Look at that.
And sometimes they get other slaves to beat you. So very cruel. So
But
what
the
does
slave, but is it the other slaves who really want to beat them, or is it they had to
they're
follow
forced?
the master?
The master forced them. So imagine if you were born as slave. What do you think? You think in last time in Malaysia, Singapore, we have slavery?
I
When
don't
Stanford
know.
Raffles came here, who you think was have slaves? The Malays had slaves. So how do the Malays?
Why?
The
Malays.
slavery is different. Huh? They borrow money and then they cannot pay back the money. Then sometimes they become a slave, or sometimes they say their children become the slave. So imagine if your parents, imagine, I'm not saying your parents, just say any parents, say, I cannot pay the loan, but you take my child. What's going to happen to that child?
But that's not fair, what?
Not
Is
fair,
it
yes.
fair?
No, of course, it's not fair. So this was happening then. So what happened to this Frederick Douglass? So when he learned how to read, he realized he overheard. How does he know the husband scold the wife? They spoke in front of him as if he was not there, he said. And he realized in that moment when the husband scolded the wife that reading was very, very important. Otherwise, why would the husband be scolding the wife? So you know what he did? Every time he was sent out to buy bread, to buy things, he would take some bread with him. Some bread, maybe a couple of slices, and then he will pay the young white children who were in the streets to teach him how to read. Because the whites, the American Caucasians, they knew how to read. So these are poor children. They want the bread. So they take the bread and they taught him how to read. In the end, he could read, but he pretended not to be able to read. And one day, when he was much older, he ran away. And when last time there's north and south, so one part, the north, they did not agree to slavery, so he became a free man. So can you imagine now? Should be very, very shukur, no? That we are living in an age there's no slave. However, in some countries, children are still slaves, but they don't call it slavery.
And
For example, they
what?
force
Which
the children-
countries? Which countries?
Which countries?
Yeah, I don't know.
I will show you some. Okay,
What?
they call out here. If you see it, you might what underage.
Underage is like our age and below, is it?
Sorry, underage child. Yeah, your age are below 15. So these are children. They are forced to work. Sometimes
So
they're
heavy.
kidnapped. Can you imagine? You look at all this. These are children, you know. Oh, Naomi is actually. Can you see? They are forced to work. Poor thing, right?
But who forced them? The parents.
Okay. Sometimes their parents, sometimes not their parents, sometimes they
But
are
why would the
gangs.
parents force them?
Sometimes got no money. So down here,
But why don't the parents do it? The parents are
Okay.
ready.
So sometimes they're orphans. They're orphans and then they have gangs around. So some go and catch them. And
This guy look like he's dancing.
can you see poor thing, you know? How old is he? He's younger than you guys. So
My gosh,
we
he's so
gotta be
short.
so we got to be very thankful we are living in this country, you know. In fact, some places like Thailand and whatnot, sometimes the children are working. So poor thing, very poor thing. Okay, never mind. We come back now to Max. Okay, so that's a true story. I will share with you more.
You told us you're going to say a funny story.
I didn't say funny. Yeah, not funny story. And whose sound is that? Oh,
Naomi.
okay, here.
Naomi's younger
Give me a
sister.
second. All right, can you
So
try
can you
this
tell
one?
us
You
another
remember
story
something at least?
later. After this.
Later, I will read from the book lah. I want to read
from the book.
Can? I will find the book. Then I will send you the soft copy of the book. You can read it. Okay, let me go and search for the book. While you all are the thing.
Oh, yeah, doing. He was searching for the book. Got it. How are we supposed to do this? 15,
The two questions.
5, 10,
Indian,
11, 12,
Indian,
13,
this
14,
should become a
15.
storytelling tuition.
Yeah, you must be a storytelling tuition. Even though that
It's
doesn't
already
exist.
storytelling tuition.
Then just make it math and storytelling tuition.
We got storytelling tuition, all of us. Wow, yes, we understand, teacher. Wow, very interesting, yes, teacher.
Very cool.
Yeah, but then you're not.
Oh, you're not doing math.
Okay, come. Yeah, come. We
19,
try.
18, 17, 5, 17.
Wait, Mr. Shahid, do you find out what this is?
What?
What is that?
What is mini puppet? It's a puppet. I don't have one. A lot of my friends do. But
I have an ice cream.
is that an Among Us?
No.
Hey, that's a rainbow puppet. Lolly puppet, ice cream puppet. Nowadays, puppets are so famous too. But I don't have them. My parents won't allow. They'll say it's junk. It is
I
junk
don't know
sometimes.
what that is. What's a puppet?
It's a kitchen.
Okay.
It's a toy, which is you can. It's like bubble toy. It's foam.
Yes.
No, Mr. Shahid, you go to Google and then you search what is puppet.
How you spell puppet?
POP-E.
POPIT.
Okay, later.
Can we see? Can we see?
Hey, no, I'm not going to check now. Now I'm waiting for you.
Don't show her.
I will show you the book. Okay. Later I'll show you the book. Okay. I
You
found the
wanna
book.
740 is a fraction. How are we supposed to do that?
Okay. So you change it to this to fraction first.
I think I know. I hope.
7 wholes and
I don't know.
hey, Auni, well done, Auni, for question number 9. Well done.
14, 21, 28. Then what did it? 40.
Well done, Naomi. Congratulations.
Sure, cannot do. I don't
Naomi
have
is
to do
on the
second
move yet.
question.
She can do it. Well done, Naomi. Okay.
She's always been on the move, Chair, from the first week already.
Really?
I think.
Mara, you seem to be scratching your head a lot. Please check.
I'm scratching my head now at the second question 10 because I don't know how to do.
No, I'm
Okay.
doing question 10. I already sent question 9.
Oh yeah, okay. Well done,
Question
Umaira. Well done, Umaira.
How to do
Okay.
question 10?
Question 10. Okay, just in a moment. Just a moment. Okay. So, Miss Amara, you can count from here, right? So this is 10. So this is 5.11. So you, Amara, there 5.10, then 5.11. So this is 5.12. And you start counting again, 5.13. And then 5.14. 5.15, 5.16, 5.17. But count until the end. Does it reach 5.1 from 20? Let us see. So now 5.18, 5.19, 5.20. So this is correct. This is 5.17. All right, what about the next one? The next one, but before we go to the next one, I'm going to show you on the board first how to do so that you can attempt this question on your own. So this is 5.17. Now, let's see if they ask you now to change this now. Change 18.02 to fraction. How to do?
Don't know.
18 whole.
18 whole.
And you have a fraction. There's 1, 2. 2 spaces after the dot. So there must be 2 zeros here. Put 100 here. Put the 2 on top. And then you reduce, divide by 2, you get 18, 1, 50.
How do you get the
You get what I mean?
How do you get the 100 then?
100. This will, okay, the bottom part, if it's only 1, let's say 18.3, only 1, this one will be 10. If there's 2 spaces here, it will be 100. If let's say there's 3 spaces, it will be 1,000. The number of spaces means the number of zeros. You see this? She doesn't want me to teach.
No, look at her.
Amara is crying.
Force her.
Amara is
Amara,
also
you
crying
crying?
Because yes. Amara, don't cry, Amara.
She's not crying, je. I want to put it.
Later
You
Mr.
are.
Shahid will blame us for stop crying.
You are.
No, I don't.
Apalah,
Amara,
Myra.
Amara, it's true, right, Amara? Amara, it's true, right? Amara
Is
caused you
it
to cry.
true? Is it true?
Yes. Yeah, there she nodded her head.
She did this and then she did.
Okay, come, Umaira, come. You see, you know how to do this.
Yeah, you say enough to do this. Je, we supposed to put 40 as the numerator or 4 as the numerator? On top.
You put no. Remember the 7 is 7. The before the dot is a whole number. This one is a
Before
whole
the
number.
dot.
Whole number.
No, I meant
Yes.
4, the 4. You trying to put as the numerator. Is it
Yeah,
you
but
put 4 or 40?
Numerator 40. Put 40.
Okay.
Put 40 first. You must put 40. What number you see down here, you put 40. Who is this girl? And this girl said, no.
Oh my
Mara, you must message Mara. You have a mischievous look. I can see. I've seen the look. How to message?
So
You're messaging you all the
can I
time.
test writing?
Huh?
Can I
Don't
test
answer.
annotating? Can I test annotating on the
Don't.
board?
See, Umaira,
Okay.
once you annotate, you see, the others want to annotate.
Oh, my
Next time, if you have
God.
you have a physical classroom, Umaira write on my face, then say, can I also write on your face? Can I put a full stop on your nose, please? Come. Umaira, stop playing a fool lah. Go first time.
Yeah, this is like a mouse catching a animal.
Child, you need to tell her mom. She's not focusing.
I already do lah, but I cannot send the answer.
She. Why do people do this? You know why?
I don't know why.
They want ATT.
Why?
Okay, come.
Have you ever go on TV before? One time in Suria, you got one.
Yeah, yeah. That's because they wanted to interview me. So there were two such things. Yeah, but
But the interview at the channel, what's the channel?
Surya.
Oh, yes, Surya.
Maybe they didn't have enough people to interview, so they asked, "Can you interview me? Can they interview me?" I said, "Okay." I said, "I would like to introduce you to 4 of my students. I have 4 students. Her name Nayumi, Amara, Auni.
But you didn't say that, sir. That
At
was
that
the
time,
old one.
Okay, so I will try to do that, and then I can introduce. Yeah. What? You have nice hair, Amara. Oh, what is it?
Myra's hair is just weird a bit. Her hair is like,
And then she says, "I use what pen? What do you use? I use Rejoice. Look at my beautiful hair." Silky and shiny. Okay, come.
what's the time?
The time is, we have another 35 minutes left, but we are waiting for your answer. 35 minutes left.
5 minutes left?
35 minutes left.
45? What?
35.
Stop 25. So can you tell us
35.
another story? Please.
I will read the story to you. You hear. remember-
When?
Yeah, after we finish this page. I don't know. Now I'm scared now. Every page we do, I must have a story. Then we'll change the tuition
You
name
should
to,
have a story for every page, sure?
the tuition we call every page one story tuition.
Yeah, every page one story tuition.
Myra, come back, Myra.
Oh my God, what is wrong with the girls? They are all out over there.
No, because
How are you showing us all?
later when your class is one story tuition, Amni will go onto her status. She'll say, "I'm gonna have tuition. I'm gonna have storytelling tuition soon. Peace sign, smiley face."
Yeah.
No!
Come. Don't waste time. You all are not focusing on what happened to this class. This class is not starting to focus. I think I must only teach Nayumi and Amara. Now Auni also cannot focus also. I'm scared lah. And then you see Poppit. You're playing with the Poppit.
Playing with the
Don't
puppy.
play a Poppit lah.
Amara,
I don't know, poppet or hoppit. Come, question 10, come.
How is it a hobbit?
It is a hobbit,
Okay,
Joe. It's a hop. It's hop. It's a hobbit, not a puppet.
hobbits, okay. It's a hobbit. It's a
Yeah.
habit to play hobbits and puppets.
Yeah.
Why Umaira go in and out? Some playing.
Oh, Myra
Virtual
cannot
playground.
focus. Now you may always go for video. Amara went somewhere else.
Amara, you there, Amara?
Miss Lee bought a ribbon 2 meters long, blah, 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 blah. What is that?
No, have you done the first one? Number 10.
I'm going to do a number line. Con làm được. I don't know how much. I think 11 is actually
Okay, we have someone who just sent the answer. Let us see whether she's
I
correct.
need Amara
Ooh,
or Auni.
Auni is too long. Auni, the whole thing is 2 meters. How can the answer be more than 2 meters? The whole ribbon is 2 meters,
15 meters.
No, the whole thing is 2 meters long. The whole ribbon is 2 meters long. Now they cut one part and cut 1.15. So what is left?
1.15.
Okay, that means I have to draw for you lah. Okay, down here this ribbon. This ribbon is 2 meters long.
2 meters long. That's the ribbon.
Yes, this is a ribbon. Yes, a ribbon. Now the next one. But we're waiting for your answer to number 10. No one has given me any answer for number 10. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting.
I don't know. I have
You
the
don't
answer.
know?
I think I don't know how to make it simplest form.
Okay, can we do together? Come. Okay, so now down here the first one. How to do the first one? Before the dot, make
To do
it
the
as a.
simplest form, but I don't know what the number for the
Okay,
simplest form.
the number on top is what? Only
My gosh, you like so big. 40.
40. Then below,
100. You don't need to
So
write
now-
that picture.
you can cancel that. You can divide by 10. So divide by 10, you get 4. What? Right? Then, so what do you get? Let's divide by 10 first lah. So you get 7 whole 4 over 10. Correct. Then you can divide by 2 again. So divide by 2.
Why didn't we just divide by 2 first?
If you want to do it, up to you. So now
2,
after
5.
that, 7 to 5, that's the answer. Okay, so you can do it. 7 whole 2 over 5. 250.
Joe, when you gonna tell the story? You said after
Oh,
the
yeah.
pitch.
We have not finished this page yet.
But I.
Okay. So I will read to you later the interesting part. When I read that, I felt so moved. So down here now, you must know how to do this one. You say how to do, you know how to do this. In the model drawing, you know how to do this, right? So what do you do? Just take 2 meters minus 1.15. Say how to do like that. Okay, never mind. You also put a dot down here. Because 2, you can write $2 as 2.00, right? Okay, no problem. See, you can write what? So put a dot on here and you put O, then you minus lah. See, 0 cannot minus. So borrow from here. You left with 1. Then this one become 10. But you need to borrow. So you borrow 1, you left 9 on here.
Do I ever
10 minus 5, 5. 9 minus 1, 8. Put a dot and 0.85. But this one, I think I did both questions by myself. So you all didn't do this. I did it. So because of that, we have to do another page. Yeah, because you didn't do. I'm the
Sure,
one
another
only one
question.
doing.
Sure. Another question.
Okay, another question is here.
Ow.
Okay,
Man.
and action.
Huh?
If you do not know how to do this, you
I
try.
know.
Okay.
15. Is it going to be a bit hard with the subtracting?
You try.
I think I'm going to be the first.
As always, Auni.
Okay, let's see.
What's that?
Someone has sent me something, and that someone is Auni. And Auni.
Why
is-
you highlight the question?
I didn't highlight the question. Yeah, Auni, well done. So now I'm just showing you those who do not know how to do. You try to do this one first. See why you do this? I follow. Put blank. I put a plus sign. I put a number and then. So what plus 2 equals to 5? Oh, 3. How get 3? 5 minus 2. So you must take 15.7 minus 7.9. Can you see how I do it? I write another question the same to it. Something plus 2 equals to 5. How to get this answer? 5 minus 2. So 15.7 minus 7.9. Let us see. Okay. Let's see whether Umaira can send us the answer before I do the working. But we are not so sure whether she can. Sometimes she's fast, sometimes she's slow.
But this week and last week she was a bit slow.
A bit slow. Why?
Because she always got distracted.
Because
And she distracted herself.
to understand
and
that,
she didn't focus.
you must read the story of the hare and the tortoise.
Ah.
The hare becomes
But
overconfident.
Joe, we all know that story. Who doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Auni. These 2 weeks you've been laughing like crazy, so you cannot beat
That's
me.
true.
It is
That's
also
true also.
I know. I know that. I don't know why.
Okay, come. We minus that. 5 minus 4 get 5 minus 1 get 4.
After this question, you tell us story.
Yeah, we're gonna. So 17 minus 9, you get 8. All right. Then this is 14 minus 7 is 7. So 7.8.
So how did we start telling? How did we start asking
During
you to tell us stories?
Ramadan. Because Ramadan, normally the students.
Oh yeah, during Ramadan we cannot focus. You told us story. So that as the weeks pass by, we wanted you to tell us more stories.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh yeah, that's how it happened.
Become addicted.
Because stories
Okay.
are fun.
Now this is the book. Let's now remember the book. So down here, this is chapter 6. Okay, later, if you want this book, I will.
I want.
I want the story.
We want.
Okay,
Story.
What's the story? The narrative of the life of Frederick, blah, 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 blah.
So you say my new mistress, the lady who was in charge, she was a woman of the kindest heart and finest feelings. And what happened after that? She says, I was utterly astonished, shocked by her goodness. I did not know how to behave towards her. What did she do? Okay. What did she do? I see, here we go. Even the meanest slave was put fully at ease in her presence. Means all those who are naughty slaves or mischievous slaves, they behave in front of her. Her face was full of smiles, and her voice.
Then the husband punya wife, but the husband is cruel, right?
Okay, that's right. Let's see what happened. So very soon she went to live with she and husband, and then she very kindly commenced to teach me the ABC. After I had learned this, she assisted me in learning how to spell words of 3 to 4 letters, like cat, dog, and all. Just at this point of my progress, Mr. Aud found out what was going on and at once forbade. Forbade means
don't
allow Mrs. Aud to instruct me, to teach me further, telling her, among other things, that it was unlawful That means in the country at that time, it is against the law of country to teach a slave.
What happened? What happened if you like teach a slave? What will happen?
Then you say you are breaking the law. And not only that, it was unsafe to teach a slave to read. To use his own words, he says, if you give a nigger an inch, he will take an L. Basically, if you give him a little, he will want so much more. A nigger should know nothing but to obey his master. Learning would spoil the best nigger in the world. But please, don't go and call the African people you nigger. They get very offended. Okay,
What's nigger mean?
Nigger means it's a very rude word to call Negro. To call.
I don't remember the meaning. What was the meaning?
I don't even know the word.
It's Negro lah, Negro.
Oh, Negro, the African dark faces.
Yeah, like
people.
from Nigeria, like that. Yes. So, but okay. So now he says, if you teach a slave how to read, he will be unmanageable. You cannot manage him, and then he will not do you any good. It will also make the person unsatisfied and unhappy. So you see what he said. These words sank deep into my heart.
Oh, he's feeling
Feelings, yeah. Feelings which lay sleeping in my heart and call into existence something new in my way of thinking. It was a new and special revelation. It was new realization. So what happened? I now understood what has been to me a most confusing difficulty. That how
but
the
is
white
he a
man is
Negro?
able to
The
enslave
Frederick guy, is he a Negro?
Yeah, they showed the photo. Realize that the
Hey, why you
reason
lag
why
just now?
white man can
Mr.
Negroes.
Mr. Shahid, you are lagging.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go out now. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go out and so down here. Okay, so now he says, okay, because I'm in the room. When I'm in a room sometimes, so it says up here. Okay, why the white man can enslave the black man is because the black man didn't know how to read. Do you know that 1/3 of the Americans in US were 1/3 of them were Muslims not last time, but they lost the whole religion. You know that?
Why? Why they lost?
Because they forbade them to speak the African language. They forbade means did not allow them to practice their religion, did not allow them to speak the language. This happened also to the Malays. Later I'll tell you, after this I'll tell you, we do some more, I'll tell you about the Malay slaves or Indonesian slaves.
What, Indonesian slaves?
The Malay and Indonesian one first.
No, we must do it because I'm scared you all do not do. But anyway.
No, we promise we will do, we promise.
But down here, I want you to see it was a grand achievement. What achievement? I prize it greatly. The realization that he discovered that the powerful thing the slave must learn is how to read. And what? Only you know what's the first word of revelation, right, in the Quran? Iqra, right? Iqra is the first word now Allah revealed to Nabi Muhammad. Yeah, peace be upon him. And he says, read. And so it's very, very important that we read. But Muslims today, not many people read.
Read what?
Read books, read the Quran, read things that are good. Don't read bad things, read good things. So what happened after that? I just continue this story just a little bit. And what happened after that? The lady that was so kind to her, okay, became cruel to him.
Why?
Because the lady became convinced by the husband. So in the end, there was a change now. See?
What is the change?
You see, my mistress, who had been so kind to me, now not only stopped to teach me, but
why? But she was easily convinced by her husband because she's scared of her husband or what?
I don't think she was really scared of her husband. She became convinced. She
percaya the husband. She trusts the husband.
Yeah, trust the husband. And then they say it's wrong to teach these people how to read.
Then she agreed with the husband.
Yeah, she agreed, and then she became.
Maybe because she's stupid.
No. Sometimes they don't know. See, there are people who are ignorant.
Ignorant.
Under her tender heart became like stone, and then she became like fierce like a tiger. Can you see?
Yeah.
So this is what
Can
happened.
you read that paragraph? I want to see what it's like,
Okay.
what she's like now.
Okay, down here, see? From this time onwards, I was most carefully watched. If I was in my separate room for a long time, I was sure to be suspected of having a book because they know that she can read now, right? So where is this slave now? Now this slave can read. So they would check her. And at once I was called to give account of myself. What did you do all by yourself? All this, however, was too late. Why too late?
What's
The
too late?
first step had been taken. The mistress had taught him the alphabet and had given me an inch. And I'm not going to make sure. I'm going to make
What's
sure.
L?
L,
What's
I'm not sure.
DL?
I'm not hell. I think if you give him an inch, he will ask you for hell. I think he will cost you hell. So this is how he learned how to read. You see, remember I told you the plan I adopted to learn how to continue reading was most successful. I made friends with all the little white boys I met in the street, and as many of these I could, I converted them into teachers. So what did I do? I finally succeeded in learning how to read. Why? Whenever they send me out on an errand to buy things, I always took my book. He had a book with him, And by going one part my errand quickly, I found time to get a lesson before my return. I used to carry bread with me, enough of which, uh, and what happened? He would give the poor white children the food. This bread I used to give upon the hungry little children who would in return teach me knowledge, the bread of knowledge, which is reading. So now you might think reading is nothing. Reading is very important. So you got to make sure you read, because many children today don't read. You know that, right? You're more on the phone. You must make sure you read books. You will be very, very smart. Allah wants you to read. So you must read.
Can you tell us about the Indonesian slaves or Malay
Yeah,
slaves?
but we must do we have another 17 minutes. We do the next page first.
17.
Yeah, so fast. You're wasting time on stories.
Because
That's
your
why.
stories are very good.
But I
Yeah,
must tell
because
you,
your studies are very good.
You can go to
And
one.
it's realistic in reality. It happened.
reality, yeah. Okay, so now down here, we must have real stories. Otherwise, it is of little value, right? Okay, now we go to
Hey, it's Rosa. Didn't you tell me to
yes.
do this?
There's 3 different questions. 3 questions. If you 2 pages, then we have the story, lah. Because these are
How
simple.
to do this?
Find what is the answer in A? What's the answer in B?
70 plus.
This is not 70. This is 78, right? So 70 plus what? This is before the dot. Just hold on. I go and get.
I don't know how to do question 2. What the heck?
Do you have your phone with you, Elmi?
Why? No, I don't have.
Okay, please send your answer then.
Yeah, how to do question 2, je?
Question 2. Now down here is before. Okay, this one down here, where you have is before the dot. Because this is a fraction. This fraction means down here. This one down here. Okay, I use a different color.
Use different color. I'm not even. Oh, Myra, why you ask if I have my handphone with me or not? I don't have.
Come down here. See, this is for the 78. So 70 plus what give you 78? You write your answer here. Then this one you write the number on top lah. This one is for B, right?
That is such a big error.
Okay, only. Oh, my right. Okay, only correct for the first one.
Why every time whenever someone records, it always says, this meeting is being recorded?
Yeah, so that you are giving your permission. If you don't agree, they say you can choose not to be part. So next time, if you are going for any Zoom meeting, you hear this and you say, no, I don't want it to be recorded. So then you don't continue. But for tuition, it's different, because tuition, I already told your parents right from the beginning, right? So you can
In
divide.
tuition, why we must agree to record?
Yeah, because sometimes let's say now you're telling your life story to someone in secret, and then someone go and spread it on the internet. You get very angry, right? Say, I
And
told
then
you
you
in
will tell
secret.
them, this meeting is being recorded.
Yeah.
Then
Okay, come.
if you say this meeting is being recorded for half the time, or the other half the time it won't be recorded.
No, they don't have. They record the whole thing. It's a machine, right?
Man, oh, it's a machine. Then they'll say the meeting is recorded.
It's actually not a machine. It's technology.
Yeah, it's technology. You can say it's like a
The
robot.
technological
program.
recording machine which record what we are saying.
Just like, for example, on the day of judgment, Allah says our skin will talk to us, our hands will talk to us. How will it
Hello,
talk?
hen.
Yeah. So it's then the hands will say, the skin will say, Allah has given us speech. God will be saying, but why are you talking against
That's
us?
creepy. I mean, that is very creepy.
Okay, Auni, number 3 is not correct. So to the nearest
What?
10 means 1 decimal
Auni,
place.
Sir, I didn't do question 3 yet lah.
Then why you write down here shouting, this girl shouting?
Why is
Alamak.
Auni shouting?
I think I'm scared to become Auni's teacher now. Okay, come.
Why?
Why?
The way it's as if you're scolding me. Aduh.
No, I'm not.
Auni so naughty. Auni so naughty.
Okay, come.
But Umaira distracts us with jokes all the time. And she always telling us about her stuff that she just
So
bought.
what do you do to stop her?
And
Very simple.
Auni always talking about Wasim. Wasim this, Wasim that, Wasim this, Wasim that.
But Wasim is not in the channel.
Hey, come lah, let's do our work. Come, okay, there's no more story now. It's almost 12:50. 10 minutes more. You're wasting time lah.
This time you didn't meet me. But I want the story.
And finish question 3 and 4 lah. Don't waste time. Amara, what about you? Amara, are you there? Amara, are you okay, Amara? Are you getting a headache also, Amara?
Don't get a headache, Amara. Don't get a headache, please.
Amara, are you getting a little headache or a big headache? A gigantic headache. Okay.
Or no headache at all.
Or just say you're just looking that you have headache, but you're actually okay.
Amara said that the headache she once had disappeared. You have both of you have cured her of a headache. Okay, come. Umaira, come, Umaira. Turn on your video. Amara, come turn on your video. Why?
On your video, girls, on your video.
Yeah, you have to. No, for other classes, those who turn off video, I cancel them out from the class.
See, I don't have your video. That means you cannot keep me out.
Yes.
Yeah,
You're good now. You're good. Right? You're good.
Habis.
You want to take water? Take water lah. Okay, but
But then if you tell story, I cannot listen.
we are waiting for you. We are waiting for you to finish this work first before. Come, 10 minutes left.
Okay. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 7, 6 plus 9 plus 2. 10.
So fast.
Who's there? I'm finishing. Dah. Tell story now.
Okay, I think you did anyhow lah. If I snap my fingers, you did anyhow, you will laugh. Oh, you did? Seriously? Why? You see, you laugh. You.
Auni got a serious problem with laughing.
I know.
Okay,
Just continue.
let's go one by one, okay? Let's go one by one. Now, down here is very simple. What plus 70 equals to 78? Down here, 78 what? Before
Yeah,
the
it looks like a puzzle after you end up it.
yeah. 70 plus 8 equals 78. And then what about this one on here? The 0, 0, 5, just put a 5 on top of here. You see there's 1, 2, 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3 spaces. In case you cannot see, I'm going to rub it up for you to see, okay? It's very, very simple. But if you don't focus, you won't be able to see. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. So that's why there's 3 zeros here. And let's put a 5 on top. So it's just 5 come here. Okay, next one. What is the nearest 10? Let us write the number. 2, 1,
My gosh, too.
1, 7, 5. Now, the 10th place. First of all, in order to identify, must identify the ones place. The ones place is always to the left of the dot. This is 1.
Oh, my mouth.
Then the next one down here is the 10th. Is the 10th. So when they say round off to the nearest 10, they are asking you for 1 decimal place. That means they do not want you to have this number. They do not want you to have this number. Because they want to round off to the nearest 10th. Nearest 10 means 1 decimal place. So how to do this? Okay, I write again. 2, 1, 1, 7, 5. So only down here, you see, nearest 10 is here until here only. So now you ask the next number, must you plus 1 or not? Must plus 1? Yes, you must plus 1. Because it's 5, 6, 7, 8, you have to plus, 9, you have to plus 1. So you plus 1, you get 21.2. This is your answer. So sometimes for 10, they might say 1 decimal place. Sometimes they might say round off to the nearest 10th. For 2 decimal place, they might say round off to the nearest 100 or round off to 2 decimal places. Okay. So the third one, you can, question number 4, you can do. Can you try?
Already do, Cha.
Question number 4, let me check your answer. Then you do question number 5 also lah. 4 and 5. After question 5, then I'll tell you the story.
Okay.
Come so unmotivated.
Who?
Be happy. Just be happy with life.
But you are happy.
Are you a happy girl? I'm happy as why? Because Wasim is in my life. Is it true?
Since when? What?
Is it true that ever since Wasim has entered your life, you are the happiest girl?
I might be wrong if I said no.
Yeah, so,
I might be right if I say yes. So yeah.
yeah, okay.
My friend is getting a cat, so she said when she gets a cat, I can take care of it for her.
You can take care of it.
You already have bird. Why you need cat?
Because I want a cat.
My suggestion, why
Then
don't you
just
put,
ask your parents to get you a cat.
I
Or tell your parents,
Mhm.
can she adopt a cat who's tell your parents, ask your parents please, Maya.
my suggestion is let your cat,
Adopt
the
a
cat,
cat. Your parents have
and-
your parents friends. If they have cat, they want to give away, you can just adopt it, right? Like me. I think we should adopt it.
Yeah, just like in Adopt Me.
Oh yeah.
my suggestion is to let your cat and your birds play together.
Can they play together?
No, later the cat will eat the bird.
Yeah.
Then it becomes an Indonesian dish lah. Apa masakan apa itu ayam masak merah. Oh,
Ayam masak merah sedap lah.
it's a burung masak sambal. Oh,
Yeah, I never eat burung before.
really?
Cool.
I don't like.
Okay, later I'll show you some.
Auni.
Why?
Have you eaten chicken?
Are you crazy? Of course I've eaten chicken before.
Chicken is a bird. So, and you say you never eat bird before.
Oh, okay. Chicken is the only bird I've eaten. I keep forgetting that chicken is actually a bird.
After this, Mr. Jackie is gonna laugh like crazy because you always forget it.
Congratulations, Miss Amara. Well done, Amara.
Amara, what?
Amara is very good. Alhamdulillah, she got question number 4. That's why we're waiting for Umaira and Naomi, but I do not know where they are. And for Amara, even though the curtain is tickling her on the head, she can concentrate. Huh? Yes. Sometimes I can see the thing tickling her, but she can still concentrate. But Umaira, what is she doing? She looks as if she's making roti prata or something. She's playing with Poppy.
No, I'm not. My other poppy is on the floor.
There, you just threw it away on the table. You, this girl.
She's a lazy mom, Lacha. She
Yeah,
throw her puppy on the floor.
Come, Umaira, come. You can do this.
I'm counting.
You do the cutting six.
Mentally.
$25, 6 minus 12. Zero, 6, 3. Sure. Is everybody finished? I'm telling you now.
No, we are just waiting for 4 more students to give the answer. Naomi, Umaira, Amara, and Auni.
Sorry, I took my hair. Wait,
Yeah. Umaira, what are you doing, Umaira? You seem to...
Mr. Shaggy, why you always randomly
Can I
laughing?
throw my drink now?
Yeah. Please carry on.
Mr. Shaggy, why you always laughing without a reason?
Because I realized that I need to, next year, I must not have a P4 class. I think we start from P5.
Yeah, that's better.
Then we hope that the P5 students, okay, well done. Let me see whether Umaira and, no, Auni and Amara have gotten it correct. Well done, Miss.
What? Question 5?
Yeah, we're waiting for you. And
Question 5, I don't know.
how come we don't know? Nonsense. Okay, well done, Amara. Well done, Amara. So here we go. We
Oh!
check difference, right? 2, 5.6. Align it together. 12.54. Now, remember to add a 0, which you have done, Amara. Well done. Minus, you borrow down here. You have 10 down here. 10 minus 4, 6. 5 minus 5, 0. 5 minus 2, 3. 2 minus 1, 1. 13.06. Okay, and that's your answer. Now, the problem is we have
Everyone's
one.
already finished. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, but the problem is we have only 1 minute. So let me just show you something like that maybe you might be.
My
interested.
gosh, 1 minute. Aww.
Okay.
Okay, why you on? That's not you ask Mr. Shaggy what time does class end?
No, I asked him
This is
what time.
okay. These are birds, birds, small birds that I cook. Can you see now? Can you see? Now, if you go to the Tekka market, they sell. There's a Muslim stall there. They sell small birds. So don't think that you can you see down here? Maybe this one is a small bird. Can you see this plate is this big, It's very small. So there are birds being eaten, and this is Malay food, Malay and Indonesian food. Only thing, as I told you, let me see. There.
I think Umaira will seem shocked because she has bird, and if she sees this, she'll think that her birds are food.
Yeah, you never know. This is burung poyo lah. This is like quail like that. Can you see? So this is the bird.
Quail eggs.
Yeah.
Quail eggs.
But you can say pigeon goreng. Is there pigeon goreng? Let's see, pigeon goreng. Yeah, ada pigeon. This pigeon goreng lah. Okay, pigeon. Yeah, there you have the birds. I think. Yeah, this is the pigeon, right? These pigeons are the one.
I love cheesy stuff.
Okay.
Cheesy stuff.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Well done, Amara. Congratulations. You're getting better, Amara. Well done.
Nagumi already
Bye-bye.
leave before you say can go.
Bye.
She's outside already. Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.